full box of Sorcery Contested Realm Arthurian Legends. Wow, look at this beautiful box. And I have to admit, Arthurian Legends is the most beautiful and stunning booster box that I've ever held in my own hands. Just look at this. The art is just amazing, and also the craftsmanship that they put into making this box as beautiful as possible. And there's also a special thing on the back. There are these codes here, as you can see. You can scrap these and then you can scan them and then you get extra points on sorcery, and then you can redeem these points for special prizes that you can only get, as far as I have understood it, by redeeming these points. So, before we jump into this box, I want to take you outside and talk about why I think Sorcery Contested Realm is so special for me to open, and also remind you of getting some fresh air yourself before opening up packs. So this is why sorcery sites are actually that amazing, right? They remind us of going outside and getting into nature and enjoying nature. Like, it's 7:30 at the moment and the sun is just rising, and just look at this beautiful sky and these amazing trees. Man, and I think if you look upwards here, the trees are really big. They're still green, but it's starting to get autumn. And I think that is one of the most present reasons why I think sorcery sites are that amazing, because they remind me of this. The beauty of nature, the beauty of Earth. And there's Kodiak. Now we are back in the studio. My name is Alex from the Fabled Academy. I'm so happy that you're joining me to open up this box. Like the video if you also got some fresh air today. And don't forget to subscribe for more sorcery content. So, let's open up this box and start cracking. Actually, I don't think I was that excited to open up something in a long time. So I will really enjoy this, and I would really like to hear your opinion on Sorcery Contested Realm and Arthurian Legends in particular. Arthurian Legends is so exciting for me because I already played with the cards, and there are so many things still to discover, because there are different rarities in these packs. As we know, all TCGs have different rarities, and in sorcery you have different rarities as well. You have ordinaries, exceptionals, elites, uniques, and then the curios, which are named by Eric Curiosas. So let's open up the first pack and see actually some of these cards and the rarities. Wow. Let's go. So in the front we always have 3 exceptional cards. These are, from what I've understood, always non-foil, and then there's either an allied, elite, or a unique, and in this case we are having a unique. This is Sir Lamorak, and this is a special case. I just got to know this. This is actually not a unique. Alex, what are you talking about? It stands unique there. Can't you read the card? Yeah, it says unique, but it's actually printed in the rarity of an elite. And they only put the unique keyword here because they didn't want players in draft or sealed and constructed. I think in sealed and in draft you can play as many of these as you pull, but in constructed they didn't want people, the players of the game, to be able to play more than one of these, because in sorcery it works like that. You have the ordinary cards, which you can play 4 times if I'm not mistaken. Ordinaries are after this slot. Then you have the exceptionals. Be lulled to sleep by this exceptional site. This card can be played 3 times. Then you have the elites. You can play these 2 times in your deck. And then you have the uniques, which you're only allowed to play once in your deck. So they're making sure to keep the power level in check by that. So now we are opening up the ordinaries in this pack. And even in the ordinary slot, there can be some amazing things, some rare things. And those are either foils. Every card in sorcery can be a foil. And then there are also the curios. And the curios are something very, very special. You can sometimes see them right away because they have an alternate art, but sometimes they are so subtle. I saw, for example, there was a curio of this card where the text, the 3 lances were on top and the mobile was underneath, and that is a curio. So curios can come in a variety of different ways. So keep looking for them when you're opening up your Arthurian Legends packs. We are going into the second pack now. And now we have a nice card, Tournament Grounds. I already opened up this in my deck building video. I think this is a really interesting card. There is the Siege Giant. Then we have another Fulbury Knot. And then we have a real unique. Wow, this is also a really powerful card. Ring of Morrigan. And just look at this. If this card comes in foil, it must be stunning because the art is also full out on the back. But I can tell you, like, when we open up a foil, you can see that. The foils are just super amazing. And keep in mind, Ring of Morrigan, you can only play this card once in your deck. But when you get it in your hand and you can play it, it's actually really powerful because the bearer has, whenever the unit casts a spell, they may deal 1 damage to target nearby unit to have you gain 1 life. So that's actually quite good. That's actually quite good. And like I said, this is a true unique card, the unique rarity. I have to admit, in the ordinary slot, if there is a curio, I may be even not I may not even see it at first because I am also pretty new to sorcery and I don't know all of the cards. So if you see anything, let me know in the comments. Also, I'm pretty interested to hear from you. What are your favorite cards from sorcery Arthurian Legends? Because I think these knights, just look at them, this yellow knight. This is such an amazing artwork. I really like this. And this is actually also a pretty powerful card in the game because it only costs 3 to cast. You only need 3 mana. It has 3 attack and 2 defense. 1 defense less than it has attack, but it also comes with a lance. And the lance is a token which gives you +1 attack and also first strike. So, and there's another unique, which is actually an elite, Sir Bors the Younger. And there's also a falcon. Wow. I was just recently going on a falcon walk. This was one of the most amazing things that I've ever done in my life. Can really recommend that. And yeah, I think all the Sirs are pretty powerful. I'm not sure if every one of the Sirs is powerful, but from what I've understood, most of them are pretty powerful. And I will definitely keep playing sorcery. I even looked up where are tournaments in my area. There are not really that many tournaments nearby, but I will definitely travel to White Rabbit again and play sorcery there. So if you're going there, feel free to message me and maybe we can play a game of sorcery together. So I think so far we did really good. I think the third pack might be even better, but we will see surely in a few seconds. So Stone Rain is a magic that you can cast, and I had it in my draft pool, but I didn't really cast it. But I think in Constructed this is a lot better than it is in draft. Then there's the Redcap Pories. This is a card that came really clutch when I played it. And there's the Annual Fair, a side, which is pretty powerful in sealed and draft too. I had this in both my sealed and my draft, and I love to have it. And here's an elite, as I said. You can see this is an elite, but it says unique. And this is a elite that says elite. An elite mortal bound by blood. And I actually didn't see this card yet. Brother Knight. Costs 4, needs 2 fire threshold, has 3 attack and 2 defense. On Genesis, so when it is play out, you may search your spellbook or hand for another Brother Knight and summon it here. Okay, I can see this being played actually. Wow. Excuse me. This seems pretty good. Pretty good. You can even, if I understand it right, if you get 2 out, you have 2, 3 attack bodies on the board. You can take out a 6 power card with that. So, let's move on to the ordinaries. Hamlet's Ablaze. I actually really like this card. I think the art is pretty wild. It looks fantastic, I think, with the harsh contrast between the red and the dark. And then I also played this, and I think this can come in clutch in the game. But I have to say it was not that easy to play, because you need to decide which side is it best to cast to. And I did make a mistake for sure in one of my games where I played it. But I learned a lot from that, so I'm happy about it. So, let's keep on going. The 4th pack. I really think, I have to say, I would like to see Sorcery getting rid of the plastic packs. I like that Flesh and Blood does paper packs. I think it's much more good for the environment. And I would love to see that in Sorcery too. Maybe for the next set. I'm not sure. And there's another elite. I didn't see that one either. Sylvan Splendor. An elite aura unites the forest folk. Wow, such an amazing artwork. Whenever you cast a beast or fairy to an affected side, draw a spell. Wow, this is kinda good, right? I think in Sorcery in general, there's not that much card advantage that you can gain, so cards like this might be really good. Wow, dispel if an affected side is successfully attacked. Okay. So, what I wanted to tell you about Sorcery is that, as I understood it, they are only bringing out 1 set per year. So it's a lot slower than other TCGs. I really like that for different reasons. But before maybe talking about those reasons, let's talk about what that means for the supply. And I've heard beta is not that much available anymore. So the reprint of the first set alpha. And I think, from what I've heard, Arthurian Legends will be much more available. I can't tell you anything about the print runs or stuff, but I think that is actually something that, ooh, wow, Valley of Delight. And I think that is one of the most beautiful cards that I've seen in Sorcery so far. Like I said, going out in nature, this really reminds me of a nice place outside. And it's actually the playmat that we have here. So I'm really happy to pull this. And I have to say, I would love to pull this in foil and get it out in my collection. So what was I just talking about? Let me let me come back to that for a second. Wow, I was just so amazed by the card. So yeah, the availability. So as I have understood it, they will release Arthurian Legends in waves, like we know it from other games too. And I think that is something pretty good to do, because then you're not overwhelmed with all of the boxes being on the market at once, but rather you can enjoy it, and then the market is not overflowing with it. Yeah, right? I think that is in some reason also good for the market to stabilize and not drop. But I'm not a market yeah, analyst. I'm not a... Wow. The Fairy Queen. Queenie. And this is also like, I think, a real unique. It's airborne. It's a spellcaster, so you can cast your spells with this card actually, not only with your avatar. Nearby allied fairies take no damage from units with 4 more power. I can see. Oh, and we have a foil, a unique foil. Is this a real unique? I'm not sure. I need to look that up. But yeah, let's enjoy this beautiful foil for a moment. Wow. Really like the foils, sorcery, and then when flipping the card, there's the full art. So let's sleeve this beautiful foil. And let's also read the text. It costs 5 to cast. It needs 3 fire thresholds, so must be a powerful card, right? Destroy everything unique or elite in the realm. Okay. I'm a bit overwhelmed by this, but this might be the dark hole and the Harpy's Feather Duster of Sorcery Contested Realm. And if you're asking yourself, Alex, what are you talking about? Those are the old good Yu-Gi-Oh cards from back then. Okay, this might be a really good hit. So let's take care of this hit and put it over here. We even have some cards left. The uniques. Only uniques, right? Pack with only uniques. That would be pretty amazing. So we are going through the ordinaries. Here. I also saw a curio of this card, which was pretty funny, I have to say. There was a word that was shifted because, yeah, this guy is falling, right? Sometimes they're doing pretty funny stuff with that. But then you can also pull the Holy Grail as a curio. And I think you can only pull the Holy Grail as a curio. Yeah, that's pretty sick if you manage to do that. I even saw it sell online already, the Holy Grail unique, the curio. And I think it sold for 2,500. So that's pretty darn crazy, right? I also didn't see this card. It's also an Ablaze card. Castles Ablaze, an aura of elite incendiarism. Conjure atop an elite or unique site. So you can only cast this to elite or unique sites. At the start of your turn, destroy the site and minions atop it and castles ablaze. So actually, let me pull out the other Ablaze card that we just had and compare it to this one. Also, let me know if you like how fast I'm opening up this box. If you would like me to open up it faster and only see the cards. But I think it's pretty darn interesting to go over the cards as well. So yeah, so this is basically Hamlet's Ablaze. It's only for ordinary and exceptional sites. And this is the same, nearly the same card. Die gleiche Karte, as we say it in German. But it is for elite and unique. And I think when you play Constructed, it is a lot different from what you do in Draft and Sealed. I didn't play Constructed yet, but you play a lot more elites and uniques, I think, in Constructed. Because, yeah, when we look at Valley of Delight, it's an elite side, and on Genesis, you choose which threshold you want, and it permanently gives it to you. So you can only play 2 of these, as far as I've understood it. But when you get it out, it's so powerful, and so you can't destroy it with Hamlet's Ablaze, but you can destroy it with Castles Ablaze. And there are even more powerful sides than this, I think. So, might be a good card, but I'm not sure if there's a strategy around it. Let's go through the ordinaries here. Charge and Lance, pretty important keywords for Arthurian Legends. Not sure about Constructed, if it really matters there, but Charge and Lance is really important for Sealed. And there we have a Black Knight, another Tournament Grounds, another Siege Giant, and a unique, which is actually an elite. Sir K. Whenever Sir K targets a weaker minion, he untaps. Pretty nice. Oh, and we have another foil. Tax Collector. Yeah, maybe the tax collector is coming to your side. Look at the back. Wow, I think it is so funny when you see the front side and then on the back when you see the full art, really the art is coming out much different or in another way that you didn't see it when having the text on it. And I think Tax Collector actually looks not that bad in full art, but it was kind of underwhelming for me when looking at the front. Pretty nice. So we're going over the ordinaries here a little bit faster because some of them we already saw. And I think I will need to check on this card. If we pull it again, not sure. This is the thing about the curios. You maybe can't see them when first looking at them. Did we have a charge yet? I don't think so, but I think it usually says only charge on the card. No, I was mistaken. So this is how it can go. If you think you pulled a curio, but you didn't. So there's the Iron Man Talus. White Knight. Also let me know if you are opening up any sorcery at the moment. And there's another unique. And this is a unique side which is truly a unique. On Genesis you may submerge an artifact from your hand here, but only if you have 3 water threshold. I am not too sure about this card actually. And we have another foil. So 3 foils so far. Deathrite, and I'm so excited to see the full art of this, and wow, I really have to be honest here, some of the artworks are so amazing, and when looking at them online, they didn't really catch me yet, but when looking at them in person here, they're pretty stunning. So, going through the ordinaries here, and then going to the next pack. Wow, we are already 20 minutes in, guys. 20 minutes and we're not even on half the box, but this is so special for me. There's another knight, the Verdant Knight, also comes with a lance, so pretty similar to the one that we had in the beginning. And I think this is also this is an elite side. Perilous Bridge. Units can traverse this side's top border on the ground, so makes your opponent, and another foil, okay. Thankless Squire. Let's look at the full art, and that's pretty funny, right? Wow. So I wanted to say that opening up a box is pretty special to me. If you watched some of my other videos, you will notice I talked a little bit about opening up stuff and when to stop buying cards and opening up stuff and stuff like that. And I'm pretty happy I'm talking about that, but because I think that's super important to talk about, and not only opening up cards and buying cards. So Shapeshift Elite Magic. I had this card already, and I think this one feels pretty powerful. So I am not sure how many foils we have left in the box. We had 4 so far. We had 3 real uniques and a foil unique. So, sorry, this got in the wrong pile. Pretty good card. There's another Brother Knight, so we can summon him from the deck now. Yeah, I think it's a little bit weird still to look out for the for the curious, because you think like, okay, I really need to check all the ordinaries in detail, and you really need to know the details to spot a curio. Makes it kind of exciting. So it's also different from my other TCG experiences yet. Overbearing Bayleaf has +7 power. Well, in your back row, and no, your royalty is in your row, okay? For 3 only. Man, that can protect your avatar pretty good. So we will open up more Arthurian Legends in the future. I think this would look fantastic in foil. I'm pretty excited to pull one of those. So if you want to see more, then yeah, definitely stick around the channel and maybe subscribe to it even. So the Cursed Land is an allied site that I didn't see yet. It's gaining you with a red threshold, and whenever another site is played nearby, its controller loses 2 life. Also a really difficult card when you need to play around it, right? So even though Sorcery is only bringing out 1 set per year, you're having the possibility to really dive into the set in so much detail. And here's Sir Ironside. I think this is also a unique that is an elite. But yeah, another foil. And I think this one I already pulled. It's an ordinary side, Borg, and draft, in sealed it came really clutch. So this is our 5th foil now. And the foils also have this small embellish here. So it's, when you look closely, pretty nice touch, I have to say. And there's another charge. Yeah, it's still oh, and there's another foil. You can see that there is a foil waiting for us to... It's a blue one. Maybe you can guess what it is. I'm not that familiar yet with all the cards, but we have a new one, Invasion. An elite aura overwhelms an empire. At the end of your turn, summon a foot soldier token to each affected enemy side with no units. Okay, this seems pretty good. And there is our foil, Funeral Purifier. Also pretty nice foiling, I have to say. Let me know which kind of foils you are looking to get. I fell in love with a few already. And I'm still discovering everything. So pretty exciting time for me to be in Sorcery. And it's still early on in the game, right? You can experience everything from the beginning. That is also something that I really like. And I think that some people may forget sometimes how special this is to experience something from the early beginning on. That is something that I also like in Flesh and Blood very much. So Morian, also a unique that is an elite. Genesis, summon 2 foot soldier tokens. So you see these foot soldier tokens come up quite often. There are some of the Sirs that are true uniques. I can't recall them all from my head, but there is a list online, at least on the German Discord for the game. I have to say, Fire Breathing, I think we saw this one first time now. It's just stunning, I have to say. There is another Kingswood Poachers and Sir Tristan, a dashing mortal of unique charisma, also a unique that is an allied, as far as I know. So this, I think getting into the community for Sorcery Discord is a really good place to be. There are some big YouTube channels already. The Blue Knight, we didn't have this one yet, so I think there is a color night for a night for every color. And there's the Ribble Bogart, an awfully unpredictable elite fairy. Nice. Yeah, there are some YouTube channels already who are heavily into sorcery, and I like that because you can research stuff about it. You can watch videos from the last year to get to know the game. Cast into Exile, pretty good artwork. In general, I like really all this Arthurian theme. Snowball, man, Snowball is such an amazing card. Oh, and there we have Sir Galahad. Nice. This is a card from the promotional video from Sorcery. Also, if you haven't seen the promotional video, check it out, definitely. They do an amazing job on that. I think this goes also into the elite slot. Yeah. Let's keep it rolling. Can we get another foil? I'm not sure. Vanishment. I pulled that one in foil and it's absolutely stunning. I also pulled this one in foil already. Fey City at Spiel. And there we have a really interesting card. Look at this art. Unseelie Court. A malevolent forum of the fairy elite. At the start of a turn, players discard a spell for each fairy in the... What? Seems busted, actually. Phew. Always checking for the charge. Yeah, I'm thinking about going to a tournament in this month even. There is a tournament. Oh, nice. This is something that I saw. This is actually a picture that goes together. And I saw this in the video of the winner of the US pre-release. Can't remember your name, sorry. I will need to look it up again. But yeah, he played those two cards. And if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I'm so happy that he got around to making that video and letting us know how his tournament went. So now we are having our first pack, and I don't think we will have a foil in this, but maybe we can pull another unique. And there's the Troll Bridge. Nice. I love this card. It's so funny. And it's so beautiful too. And it's actually pretty good in the game. And then we have Guards. I had this in my draft and it was really good. It won me the game. And now I have a second one that I can play together with it. So this was our sorcery box for today. Like the video if you found it entertaining. And let's go over our uniques again. These are the 3 uniques that we have. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I put a Sir in here that is a true unique, I don't know. But now you have an overview. This is, yeah, these are the 3 uniques. I'm pretty happy with those. And then we had foils. So we had 1 exceptional foil. We had an ordinary foil, 2 ordinary foils, 2 exceptional. So 3 ordinary, 2 exceptional, and then our unique foil. And a pretty good one, I guess. So, thank you so much for tuning in, and we see us in the next video.